My name is David Diley. I'm a filmmaker and I specialise in making films about sharks and sharks' relationship with humans around the world. The reason that I'm come down is because I'm getting a custom-built desktop PC. The reason that I've gone down the desktop route this time as well is probably 4/5 the way through a 100-minute long feature film, and I use Premiere Pro CS6 alongside an awful lot of plugins that go into that as well. So it's not just very large HD video files, it's the things that come along with that as well. So all these things that you end up doing as part of the production process on the post-production part of a film take more and more and more and more memory, and as incredibly good as the laptop has been, it's not designed to do that sort of job. So I'm moving up and upgrading to a static desktop edit suite. The main basic specs for the machine all run around the provision of power and ability to run all these things at once. So there's 32 gig of RAM in there, split across two 16 gig slots. There's 3 terabyte hard drive for all the data and files, video, all that kind of stuff that goes into making films. There's 120 gig SSD for the programs, things like Premiere Pro, DaVinci, things like that. It's Intel i7, it's top of the range processor. There's the Quadro graphics card in there as well, which enables the CUDA in Premiere Pro CS6, which is really important because it adds that accelerated performance on that. And all of those things combined just ensure that I don't have to worry that it's not going to be able to keep up with the project as it goes, and that it'll just be able to keep ticking over no matter how much I throw at it, which is massively important. Because I did ask, you know, could there be a CF card reader in there, because the cameras that I use CF cards as well as SD cards, and the provision of numerous USB 3 ports, things like that as well. I wasn't entirely sure whether something existed where you could actually do that onto a desktop PC, but you have done. And so to be able to see that on there, it's basically got every little port that I need all in one little space, which is hugely, hugely helpful in regards to just having everything in one place for all your data in whatever format it's recorded. It just goes into the same part of the PC, and without having to pull it apart or take wires out and stuff. So that's massively helpful. It was great to actually meet the person behind building the laptop, because I'm not what you'd say massively au fait with the technological aspects of how computers run and what certain things do. I know maybe a little bit more than just the basics, but still I've got fairly limited knowledge. So to meet someone who is tasked with building this machine for me to my specifications was brilliant. And to actually get a look inside of it as well and see where these are where the slots of the memory are going in the machine, and this is what that memory will actually provide for you in the practical sense of the edit, seeing that there's the capability to actually add more hard drive space in there as well, and seeing the layout, the configuration for the specifics of the design to make sure that it doesn't overheat, and this is for the air to move around, and just for him to answer questions as a layman and to put it in really, really basic language for him to tell me what that was all about. But also just in terms of to meet someone who is obviously incredibly proud of the job that he's done on it, and to see the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it, because that is important to me. And it was really, really nice. As opposed to just going into a shop and taking one off the shelf, it was a really good experience to meet the guy that's actually built the machine that makes my life easier.